Dividing decimals with number chips. This is the Halloween version. So this is a digital lesson that teaches students how to divide decimals. So it starts on slide 2 with an explanation of how to move the decimal point all the way to the right in their divisor, and then the same number of places in their dividend. So it gives them an example on the next 2 slides. So here's an example of moving that decimal point in the divisor all the way to the right. In this problem, they only have to move it one place to the right. So in their dividend, they're also going to be moving the decimal point one place to the right. The next slide shows an example of when we're moving that decimal point 2 places to the right in both the divisor and the dividend. Now students are going to start on slide 5, moving these number chips into the correct place in order to do their division. So the first thing it's going to ask them is how many places to the right are we moving our decimal point? So in this problem, we're moving it one place to the right. So they're going to type in a 1. That'll help them in their answer when they have to place the decimal point in the correct place. So now we're going to divide. So they can move the number chips by clicking on the edge, clicking and holding, and then they can move it wherever they like. Every slide has all of the numbers they need. So 8 goes into 20 2 times. So I'm going to move my 2. 8 times 2 is 16. So I'm going to move the 1 and the 6. If I subtract, I get 4. And then I'm going to bring down the 8. Now 8 goes into 48 6 times evenly. And now I have to place the decimal point. So if I had to move that decimal point one place to the right, it would be between the 0 and the 8, and then it goes straight up in the answer. So again, click and hold on that decimal point, move it into place. And we get a solution of 2 6/10. Now there are several problems on here for the students to practice. They get a little bit more difficult as we get through the lesson. And because they have all of the numbers they need, if they get toward the end of the problem and the numbers aren't working, they can just go back and they know they've made an error, so they need to find where they made their error and try again. So it's a little bit self-checking. Now, if you notice, every slide with number chips has a yellow heart in the upper right-hand corner with a letter in it. That letter is going to help them solve the riddle on the last slide. So there's a Halloween riddle. When do zombies quit trick-or-treating? And then to solve it, all they have to do is find these solutions. So on one of the previous slides, you'll see a solution that's equal to these numbers. When they find that slide, they're going to take the letter in the yellow heart and they're going to type it right above its solution. If they do it correctly, it should solve the riddle. So that is a digital lesson on dividing decimals with number chips, the Halloween version.